City, hood, click, let's go. Like, man, Professor, love to be on time. I love to be punctual as usual. Marlena, shout out to Marlena Williams, Postmaster General. Shout out to Lakeisha. Joy, what's good? Shout out to Davis. E Money, what's good, baby boy? I see you guys are all waiting patiently. I appreciate each and every last one of you guys. Means so much to this platform and everything I do. You guys motivate me. You give me that. You guys are like my spirit animals, right? Good to see you guys here. Professor Melly Mail, the Hood Postman. Click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below. So when the dope content hit, it's gonna feel just like the first and the 15th. And quite a few of us know about them first and 15th. Those who were around at that time. So what's good? We got a special guest joining us today, and hopefully he'll be jumping in shortly. He's out of Chicago, a Chicago phenom out of Chicago by the name SESC Deez. What a guy right there, right? He's gonna jump in shortly, and we look forward to speaking with him today. And he's also Stan Shepard is behind everything he's doing over there. So that's amazing in itself. Because Stan is an amazing individual, and he has a far reach in this culture, this hip hop culture, this music culture. So anything that he can bring to the table is pretty much about. It's going to turn to gold. He got that Midas touch. So as we await our arrival of ESC, let's see what's good. City, hood, click, let's go. That's where we at with it. Joey, what's going on? Been a while, man. What's been happening, man? How are you? Yeah, my voice is a little whack today, but that's okay. Not as in whack 100, but whack Melly today. Professor, WTF, what's good? MP, James B, Bama, what's going on, man? How's your sisters out there, James? Yeah, how your sisters doing? Lisa and, damn, I can't think of your oldest sister name. Okay, so ESCDs. Let's see where this guy is at. Let me duck out for a moment and see what is his hold up. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna duck out. Oh, well, there he goes. Is that him right there? Let's see. No, that's me. Move that guy. Yeah, we're still waiting. I have no idea. So let's do it like this. So how you guys day been today? Hopefully everybody's been having a wonderful. I got a Crenshaw shirt on, as you can see. Hope you guys' day has been wonderful and amazing as mine. As usual, it goes pretty good, right? Devon Cutmore, what's good, bro? How you doing, man? Anybody got any questions as far as the my guy over there, man? He did a wonderful, amazing job just giving that Watson Compton history. How good was that? Alfred Trotter, the Pygmies. How good was that? Did you guys enjoy that? Hey, Michelle, how are you? Did you guys enjoy Alfred? giving some great wisdom as usual. Right, 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 right. So the wisdom is always important. The wisdom is that, no matter what you ultimately, people have interpretations of other people and try to spin things in your direction. But ultimately, at the end of the day, is what you think of yourself supersedes anything anybody else, any opinions or substitutions or adoptions or whatever. But ultimately, always what you think of yourself supersedes anything else. Brian Johnson, what's good, bro? This guy may be like late to. He didn't understand the time frame. Maybe that's what it was. Let me try to call him one more time, and then we're gonna have to move on, right? Try him one more time. Here I go. We're back. Yeah, he's running like 5 minutes behind. All these interviews are great, but I'm from Chicago, so I'm really interested in this guy coming to on today. Right on, right, Joe. Yeah, it would be definitely yeah, something different, something cool. I always say keep it cool, calm, and smooth. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing, right? When it comes to the culture, right? The culture may kind of differ a little bit, but we're all the same people. You know what I mean? It just sometimes territories, tribalism, and sometimes even geographical locations can give a different spin about the way we interpret things. You know what I mean? But it's all due to culture conditioning. You know what I mean? So we welcome. Definitely welcome the Black Warrior Spirit. Checking in. Salute to the big professor. Right on, bro. Right on. Man, y'all be sure to hit that like button on the way in. Take 2 seconds to hit that button. And it's free. It is very free. And you know what? I made a special circumstance because I really like had a touch of laryngitis, was losing my voice, but that's okay. So, but I'm here. I'm here to do the work. The work must be done. It's like fire the airplane. Why I build it, right? So I think that's very important, and it's very important that I stay on task. Task is important. Being on time is important too, though, right? Because it shows a side of your character that's kind of like self-explanatory. When you're timely and when you're doing things that people they value that, you know what I mean? Time is very valuable. But a lot of what we call time is really just change. We just call it time because we need something to address it or give it a name, but time is really just change because change is occurring each moment, each minute, each second, each nanosecond. whether we want to change or not, time is happening. Time stands by for nobody, it waits for no one. It's a continuance. So, but we call it time to try to understand it. You know what I mean? But the universal principle of it all is just change. Change is occurring. Yep, change is occurring. Gotta stay hydrated. Yeah, you're right, man. I got my water right here. Definitely, I got my water, bro. Definitely got it right here. So let me take a swig right quick. I drink actually like 3 or 4 of these every day. Every day. Gotta stop to go to the bathroom a lot of time. Michael Smith, man, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. You gotta take a lot of times. You gotta use that bathroom, you know. But hey, man, I'd rather be hydrated than dehydrated. That's for sure. Definitely that. I appreciate that, Michael Smith. You are such a gentleman and a scholar, man. You come to the table, man. You waste no time, bro. So growing up, man, I often reflect back to growing up and what was that like, and during my times and things that I experienced as a young man was dear and just fun, man. I remember those nights where we used to just draw lines in the street, race up and blessings, brother, race up down the block. We all every day we had to test see who was the fastest on the block. And a lot of times we would find out that the dude that was fastest on that day wasn't the fastest the next day, you know. Yesterday's price is not today's price, you know, so to speak. So things will ever change in my point to change, how change occurs, you know what I mean? And people get motivated to be better, you know, because we all want the best outcomes for ourselves, and we try to deliver that based on how we approach society, you know. But there's a social component to success, and I was talking about this to Postmaster General. There's a social component to success, and that social component is being able to communicate, being able to understand what other people's may be going through. You know what I mean? Take your shoes off, put your feet in their shoes, and don't just be so, you know, quick to base everything on your own thinking. Spirit warrior, black warrior, man. Right on, man. I appreciate that, man. You are awesome. Joy, you are, Joy, you, man, you cooking, brother. You are cooking. All you guys are amazing, man. I appreciate you guys. Look at that right there. Y'all see that? You guys see that? You know, I've been watching these big jumbo jets, Air Force. They're military jets, right? I've been watching them for the last couple of days. And what up, Gino Boss? What's good? And it's been a lot of movement, man. I don't know if that's got anything to do with what's going on over there in Ukraine with the Russian invasion of Ukraine. But I'm talking about, man, some of these aircrafts are bigger than 2 football fields. Really, really huge. Really huge. But back to growing up, right? So this particular time, right, when I was growing up and I was coming into my own and trying to figure out, you know, who I was, because when you get into that, you go from that baby to the toddler stage to the adolescence to youth and to teenager. When you get into that teenager state phase of life, things start to change, and you know what I mean. And you start thinking outside of the box, or outside of what your parents have constructed for you, whatever those parameters and those components are. Test your life, test where you're going. And there was this time when the Red House was active. The Red House sat on shout out to the United Streets. The Red House was on Pine, Santa Fe and Pine, behind Oaks Park. So if you interact in our tribal area in our community, you interact with both Red House, the Oaks Park, Midtown and Palm and Oak at the same time. So any given time, there was all these guys that come over from Linwood, Toenail, Wino, Peabody, Shawty Duck, and Gary Stewart. All of them would come from the Linwood side. Steve, um, just to mention a few. And then you had Tookie, Killer Carl, Shotgun, Weasel, Tiny Man, Mad Nut that was coming from the Red House side, just to name a few. From the Oaks Park side, you had Robert Thomas Frog, you had Silas Cole, Chocolate, you had Donald Duck Norwood, Hercules, Chester Norwood, you had Big Blue, you had Roy Scott, you had Chili Pimp, you had Snake, all of them coming from the Oak side. Then from the Midtown side, you had Killer Wayne, Killer Bray, New York, Heavy Head, Penwright, Andre Butler, Roddy Butler, Flip Dog. Then you had Little T and Baby T. Baby T at the time was Turtle, right? That was Turtle. Turtle first name was Baby T, right? And then of course his brother Whiskey. And we would all have this big old huge meeting up there, you know what I mean? But the fascinating thing about those meetings or those where all these dudes would convene in this park, right? Because it was like the center. It was the center of what we were doing in that dynamic, right? And it was it wasn't a whole lot of people being defiant in what the structure was. And when I'm saying the structure was, whatever the rules was laid down for the blue in order to represent that blue rag or that blue flag, you knew not to go outside of that. You knew that. There was no like do-overs with that. You know what I mean? You knew what they were, and when you came into it, you had to mount up. You had to prove yourself that you was worthy of belonging to that. You know what I mean? So it gave you a presence of mind, and also gave you where you found out whether you had heart or not, because no regular dudes could just be part of that. You know. And I'm saying when you got all those Eagles, all those strong, you got Tookie standing around. He got on overalls, one strap on, and these big old black combat boots. He got a long earring hanging down. You know what I mean? You got Pretty Crip up there, which was Guy Walker. Looking like a bad man. You got Blackie Monkey, man. All these different guys from various places, right? And it was just a time when you had to just really show yourself approved to be part of this function. And trust me, it wasn't necessarily easy task. So one of the reasons, here go another one right here, y'all. Here go another one. That's the second one. Did you guys see that? That's the second one since we've been sitting here. But so you you respected the protocol. The protocol that elders or guys people call, I don't call them that. That terminology, I might say it from time to time, but in a sense, they were really part of the structure of leadership that was right on, Stan. I'm pretty sure of the whatever that movement was. You know what I mean? It was a black power mixed with Crip ideology, but it still had that black power foundation in it because the Crips and the Pyro both created from mercurial mindsets, right? Other words, something that happened all of a sudden that was unpredictable and yet at the same time unstoppable, but wayward. Something that you just couldn't, you know what I mean? Because there were mood swings, and the individuals that was in that circle had different mood swings. Trust me on that. You know what I mean? Some people was actually psychotic, because you knew who you want to line yourself with and who you didn't want to line yourself with. And if you had, you came from that two-parent home, you knew right from wrong. Definitely, you knew right from wrong. You knew something with, and when somebody introduced themselves, and I'm getting to I'm getting to my point. Like some of the dudes introduced, say, "Hey man, I'm crazy," right? So if they introduce themselves as crazy, like Crazy Mike, When I first met the homie Crazy Mike, he just was Crazy Mike. I know his name is Michael Clark, but he telling everybody he Crazy Mike. So I believed him. The man told me himself he was Crazy Mike. So I took his word for that. You know what I mean? And yeah, he definitely proved that he was Crazy Mike more time over. We got our guest. Let's see. We got our guest in here. I
Yo,
I
yo,
was Man, what's good? What's good with you?
what's up, big man? What's the word, bro?
Man, you tell me, bro. I was in here actually telling a story, man, and then
Okay.
you popped in, man.
I'm sorry about that, y'all. Man, let's listen to it. I'm
Yeah.
listening to it, man.
No, well, the story had to do with back how the structure came together, and during a time where the Crips was formulated based on Black Powerism, Cripism,
Mhm.
and it had a mixture of things in it to make it identify as something different, not necessarily Black Power, but slightly different from that originally.
Okay.
And then as the years went on, it deteriorated from that and became definitely something else. You know what I mean? So I was
Why it deteriorate?
well, it deteriorated because the guys that were at the leadership or at the helm started
Mhm.
being arrested. See, what we didn't know that we were supposed to protect the leadership. You got to always protect the leadership in order for the structure to maintain its stability and its structure and its worthiness.
Okay.
And what happened when that goes away, then you get other individuals that wouldn't necessarily abreast or address to that functionality of that level of knowledge, and they didn't know how to control it, and it
Yes,
spun out of control. It was like
yes,
a
sir.
airplane going down, bro.
What era? Your era, or like what era would you say that
Yeah, that
is?
was my era. That was my era.
Okay, for
Yeah,
sure, for sure.
yeah. But
That's
anyway,
accountability,
yeah, accountability, man. So I
for
didn't want to
sure.
get too far. I was gonna actually tell him about the time Tookie came over my car. I'll leave that to him.
Yes, sir.
But shout out to you, man. How's the day going?
Man, my day magnificent, man. I woke up and I'm walking through it. Shit, I'm here. I'm grateful. For real, for
Okay,
real.
good,
Shout
good,
out to
good,
Big
good.
Mel, the hood postman, man.
Man, the hood postman is here, man. Click
Yes,
City
sir.
Hood. Let's go. That's
Yes,
how
sir.
I feel about it.
Yes,
We in
sir.
today we with Chiraq. We with man, introduce yourself, by the way, man.
What's up to the world? Because I know this going all over right now. I go by ESCDs. That's Eastside Crazy D's. Deez, man. I'm from Chicago, Chiraq, however you word it. I'm from the crib, Joe, and I'm here to let the world know what's going on, man. Get this game a new perspective, a new fire under the ass, new
Well, I'm here to tell you,
consistent.
Chicago is watching. So I need
Oh man, thank you,
man. So you got
man.
to
Thank you.
represent, bro.
Yeah, they
You
know.
got a
I
job.
man, and I ain't even being narcissistic. They know when they see my face with the struggle that I represent from this crib right here, for real, for
Let's
real.
talk
So
about
shout
talk,
out to the whole crib.
let's talk about that struggle. What are we talking about right here?
We talk about we talk about a young man. God bless my father's soul. Military background, both sides of the family, mama, daddy, from the low end. That's the projects where we from. Both sides. Mama, dad divorced. So here you go on your journey now to this east side, to the world, to doing everything you got to do to be where you got to be. This is me. I'm speaking of the third person.
Uh
So
huh.
here you are. So here you are on this journey, and man, along that journey of just growing to be this man that I become is like shit, struggle, poverty, nigga hungry, nigga internal wars, PTSD, all type of shit.
So let me ask you this: at what time did you finally realize to surrender your life to everything that was meant for you? Because right now you seem to be in a good place, in a good space, and the music is great. I listened to some of your
Thank you.
music today. I
Thank you,
love
sir.
it, man. Man, you know which
Thank
one
you.
I like, man. Honey,
Honey. Shout out to Honey, man. That single dropping real soon. Thank you, man.
real soon,
Appreciate it.
man. So talk about that, man. When did you finally surrender your life to everything that was meant for you?
on some real shit, man, probably about 2, 3 years ago, bro. And that's some for real, just transparent shit. Just going through, finally getting to the pot, to the point, excuse me, where the shit tip over the pot, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, all the LLYs, right? So it's like
Mhm.
you finally get to that place where you say, "No, it's either gonna stay this way or it's time for a motherfucking change." And excuse my language, but I'm being for real. And I just put that shit in my head. Like, I done took too many losses, bro. Like, from people to just situationships to whatever the case may be. A nigga that took too many losses, and I just understand what they mean, like turning your losses. When people say like turning your losses into into your triumphs. So that's I say like a couple years ago, bro, literally, and just told
Cool,
myself I'm
cool.
gonna focus with this shit. And so to hear you say like it feels like it looks like, because we talk on the off the record. So to hear you say that, you know what I'm saying? That means I'm doing the job well done so far. You feel me?
Right,
I'm just
right.
trying to keep myself
Absolutely.
in a good space.
Salute to you, man, for overcoming the obstacles.
Hell
So,
yeah.
at what point did you actually come into Stan Shepard? I want to talk about him a little bit because I refer to him as the Godfather, and one of your guys reached out to me. I think it was Off the Wall. What
Off the
was his name?
wall.
I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name,
Okay.
but
Okay.
he's out of Chicago. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So, but anyway, at what point did you meet Stan Shepard, and what was that like?
Man, I met Stan. I'm trying to see when did I meet that cat. That's that, and I call him that cat because that man. That's my everything right there.
Uh,
I met Stan maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, man. Through a mutual, through Cuz. Cuz had just remained Cuz at this time, but Cuz know who he is. I met him through Cuz, and Cuz is a advocate of me. Even at my lowest point, he know where I belong. You feel me?
uh-huh.
Stan, like I told Stan, he don't even know where I was at in life the day I was introduced to him. He don't even know where I was at, how I got to the place where they was at. You feel me? So shout out to Cuz for that. But Cuz introduced me and Stan about 4 or 5 years ago, and Stan said I love Stan. He shoots straight from the hip. Show me what you got. That's what he did. As soon as I
Yeah,
get it,
that's how
show
he
me
is, man.
why am I here? Show me.
Right,
One time. So I
right.
showed him. We talked. I showed him, and man, he been an advocate of your boy ever since, man. Shout out to Stan Shepard, man, the
Stop,
godfather of this shit.
Stan Shepard. So,
Yes.
in the last few years you've been with him, what was the most personal thing that he said to you that you took to heart and you was able to build from that?
Oh no, I want the fans to know that we ain't go over no questions. I don't do that with interviewers. I'm an open book. But I think you and Stan talk because he know we. I just told him that yesterday,
I
promoting one of the.
listen.
Oh,
All right here with God. All right
he
here
said
with
what
God.
right
We
here.
have not talked. We have not talked.
Hey, hey, now seriously though, G, that man taught me patience, man. He's teaching me because it's ING. I'm still in the process. That nigga teaching me patience though, real talk. And this coming from a cat who did what I'm doing 3 times over. You know what I'm saying? So I'm learning patience.
What
Patience.
he's teaching you is the aspect there's a social component to success. If you don't, you can have IQ out the game, you can be smart as a whip, but if you don't have social components, you don't have the social skills to how to interact and react. In other words, understand, overstand, and understand with people, man. It's just like, man, you get stagnated in this life. You know what I mean? So
Yes, sir.
everything
Yes,
has
sir.
a social component, and being able to relate and understand and then take that patience and combine it with the proficiency to understand and meet people and reach out to people and take in what they're saying to you and
Mm-hmm.
respectfully and build
Mm-hmm.
on that,
Yeah.
man, you'll go far, bro. Trust me.
Yeah.
You'll go
Yeah.
far.
And that was a double headed answer because just the last part of that, man, like he teaching me that the crush of the ego. You know what I'm saying? When it come to this shit, you know what I'm saying? And I say, why not take it from a cat who did sold from a nigga who did sold 50 million records? Why not? Who better to take advice from? Who done been through the trenches and the peaks and the highs and the lows?
So let's get into now. We got to get into what makes Chiraq Chiraq, and we'll come back to the music. But we gotta at least understand why that name, and also what part of Chicago. Because I've been to Chicago, and I've also been to Gary, Indiana, man. But Gary, Indiana was a little more threatening than what I saw in Chicago.
That's just because That's just because it's so much open real estate out there. So the shit might look like you might go down one block in Gary, and that shit might look like the Michael Jackson Thriller video. You know what I'm saying? Because
Uh huh.
just because it's all vacant and one crib right
Uh
there with the lady with the cats
huh. Uh-huh.
and the old Chevy sitting right there. But now Chicago, that's a great question. What makes us us is shit. We got so much of a melting pot. Like we dead smack like right here. We got everything around us, and we like the Centralia of the Midwest. Shout out to Detroit, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Milwaukee, Minnesota, and Arkansas, Kansas, all that. But we like the Centralia of this shit. And as far as Chicago, man, our music within the last 10 years really thrived the culture of the city, not just the violence, the whole culture, the act, the talk, the walk, the move, the look on the face when you in the store, when you in shots. I gotta look
Right.
extra tough. I gotta
Does,
look, you know what
does
I'm
all
saying?
that come under the banner of Trill?
I mean, in my personal opinion, if that's what you asking, hell no, because I just say my personal opinion is just like nigga, do you like, you know what I'm saying? Like that ain't trill. Trill is going in the shots, knowing this niggas, knowing you got the ups. What's up, fam? How you feeling, fam? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you just keep that shit. That's true. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
Trill. So
Yeah, yeah.
when they say Trill music, that's just like what you feeling. Is that what you're saying?
You mean drill music? Yeah, drill
Real.
music. Drill music is like a drill music. My bad. That's these AirPods. Drill music is like a fucking drill music is a way of life, bro. It ain't really like no fucking. Oh, this is a genre. Like they made it a genre. It's just a way of life. Like King Louis said it best. I seen the recent interview he did. Shout out to Lou and shit. I can't explain it no better than that. It's a way of life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it might be with a bitch. Excuse me. It might be going with a broad. I'm finna go drill with this broad, or I might be finna go do the drill. I'm finna go drill on this sharks. I'm finna go drill on this month. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just it's so many ways. You know what I'm
Shout
saying?
out to
So
the chat room for correcting me.
yeah, yeah. Look, I'm like Tree. I'm like, what we at? We sipping syrup or what we doing, Joe?
No, 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 no. We ain't sipping
Nah,
no
I'm just
stuff.
talking shit. I'm just talking shit. I'm just talking
No, no,
shit.
no, no. That's all good. But we okay, drill music. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Uh,
sir.
who's responsible for that coining that phrase? If you know.
No, I know. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm trying. No, I know. I would say God rest his soul. The Pac-Man. Pac-Man, he was with LEP, the Bogus Boys. The people who not from here who know about Chicago music, I'm pretty sure they heard of the LEP Bogus Boys. He was affiliated with them. And then it was really, really home, like brought home by King Louis. He really coined. That's the first time I ever heard it in my life. Drilling noise, Chiraq, you know what I'm saying? It's the first time I ever heard it. So between Pac and Louis is the first
So
time I heard it.
at this time, what's your age, bro?
Shit, I'm young in this shit. I'm young in this shit at this time. Shit.
No,
Gotta
that
be
don't matter.
18.
I'm asking that for a reason.
Yeah, no, gotta be like 18, 19. Like 18,
Okay.
19 at that time.
Okay. 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 So King Louis is the man on he kicked it off.
I'm
That's
just
the
saying as
boy.
far as that I know. Yeah, as far as I know. As far as I know,
Pastor
and like
King Louis. Yahshua who's yeah, man. Awesome, man. But so let me ask you this. How do you keep yourself adjusted and not play into the negative side of hip hop? Because there's a negative side and a positive side, but how do you what road do you choose to use? Because there's a couple of ways of getting to success in hip hop,
Hmm.
but is it sustaining or is it good to the life? You know what I mean. I don't mean to split it up like that, but
No,
that's
gotcha,
in terms of how I see it.
gotcha. Shit. Basically, it's like when you speak of drill music, I'm coming. Like I told you, me and Louis was doing records during that time. I was fucking with a lot of people on the drill, like who do quote unquote drill music. You know what I'm saying, on a regular basis. So it's like I'm in it. So I could either, excuse me, I could either do this shit or I could do what you just said, do the opposite. I ain't got to do no Kwame and put the polka dots on, but you feel me? But I can understand that it's a fine line in this shit.
But
No matter what I represent,
yeah,
huh? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, what
No
I was
matter what I
gonna say Kwame didn't find success in them polka dots, though.
no, for sure. Shout out to the polka dots. I'm just saying, like, I ain't gonna quote unquote because he didn't really want to do that. From hearing the backstory, I'm not gonna quote unquote water it down, but I'm gonna understand it's a fine line. No matter what I represent, shit, nigga, you know what you know that you really me in real time, and you know it's protocol to everything in life and everything you do. So I just decided one day, me and Chase, shout out to Chase Davis, he said, fuck all that. You're going to be a player. And being a player don't mean 50,000 women. It encompasses a way of life, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself. And from that day on, when me and bro came to that since I'm like, yeah, it's on. So I just found my way during that.
Okay, that's a great way to put that.
No, for
So,
sure, for sure.
man, that's amazing though. So, drill music, man. So, how does
Mm-hmm.
drill music play into the tribalism that goes on into Chicago? Because you got, and I know you got,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I know you got the GDs, the Vice, and disciples, right?
Yeah, you got GDs and disciples are the same thing. A GD is a disciple.
Oh, these is a disciple.
That's
Okay, thanks for clarifying.
gangster disciple. Yeah,
Okay,
that's what it. Yeah, yeah.
so how does that play
Mhm.
into that?
Man, it play heavy, nigga. It play heavy, and I can't excuse my language, man. But you know, I'm for real. It play heavy into that shit because, like I said, for the last, I say at least decade, shit, the music has played a part of our culture here. The way we walk in the sharps, and get our chicken. What the fuck you looking at, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Just an energy. It's an energy. It ain't that ain't per se what, but it's an energy that you give off like that. So easy. So this nigga, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Right, 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 right.
So it's like to get to your question. It's like shit. It played into the tribalism, nigga, because if I'm doing this, shoot 'em up, bang bang, whatever the quotations is on that. If I'm doing this, shoot 'em up, bang bang, shit, nigga. If I'm repping GD or if I'm repping BD or whatever the case may be, shit, I'm bringing me and my guys with me. Ain't this what the rap game is, right? I bring
Right.
all 100 of my niggas on tour and we rep this shit and we rep our block and we put our flag. So that's the mentality of the culture. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it plays into the tribalism. Then naturally, if I'm warm with male, hypothetically, if I'm warm with male got 100 in, I got 100 in. We meet up at club, whatever. Nigga, it's guaranteed to be a showdown because one of the cronies in the back ain't gonna like something. And you know how that goes. It's like domino effect.
Wow. Yeah. So, let's see. So the GDs and the BDs used to be cool, is what Yahshua is saying at one
It's
time.
one. It's one. It's still one. You know what I'm saying? If you ask the veterans that can live through it like yourself, like what you lived through with your coach out there, like you
Uh,
ask the vets that got they shit up in the Raptors, they'll tell you it's still one.
it's still the same thing. It's the
Yes, sir.
young element that has
Like you say, that tribalism, that's a great word. I like that
right,
word. You feel me? Real talk. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
right on, Joey. I appreciate you saying that. He said
Shout out to the chop.
Yeah, shout out to the chat room, man.
Shout
I
out to the chat.
call it the mailroom nation and the mailroom goons, man. We got some goons up in there, man.
Yeah, yeah, they in there. They in there.
Yeah,
They
they be
ain't
up in
going for
there, man.
none either. They ain't going for none, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
so
Look, man,
what do you
you see me with my sticky notes on. Them ain't just regular sticky notes, my G. Them is affirmations. I'm gonna show you before this interview is over. That's an affirmation I write to myself every day.
well, give us one. Give us today's affirmation.
Man, today, hold on, and this right here is the last one. Look, look what that say. And I'm like, I write in my cryptic letter. Can you read that?
Yeah, don't stop, Ti.
Don't stop till you satisfied.
Oh, till you're satisfied. There you go.
Till you satisfied.
That's
You
it,
feel
man.
me? You feel
That,
me? You
that's
feel me?
make it no simpler than that, man.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
that's
sir.
that's
Yes,
what
sir.
a lot of people don't understand because you can't give up. You gotta go all the way with it, man. Once you pour everything into it, man, and because everything in life is nothing is really microwave. We only have a microwave because we don't got too comfortable with that. But life in itself is not microwavable. It has to
You don't
be.
believe in overnight success? You don't believe in love at first sight? You don't believe in talk to me?
I, I
You don't
think
believe in shit like that?
I think people can see each other and recognize each other and have a brief moment. But what I'm saying is that when you build
Okay, talk to me.
and,
Talk to
and,
me.
and that building sustain itself over a period of time, then that's
Mm-hmm.
where the real love is. You understand? Because
Okay.
people can see each other and become infatuated based on aesthetics or what we see.
Talk to me, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what we see,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
that's only briefly. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But like I
yeah,
said,
yeah.
you understand, overstand, and understand,
Mm-hmm.
do it real, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where it's at is inside. You know what I mean? Because we
Right,
all gonna change.
right.
Inside. Back in the days, we never rapped about smoking or dead or did it or dead ones. Everything was behind the scene.
No, Melly, stop. Melly, stop. Melly, stop. Melly, stop. Melly, stop. He said, "I'll fuck your bitch." In fact, you ain't had nothing to do with that, but that's your error. So we all take accountability. He
Uh huh.
said, "I'll fuck your bitch, Melly." That's the same difference as I smoke on whoever I smoke, ain't it? I mean, ain't it? What's it
Trying,
still in the Jolly Rancher or still in the car? We
I'm
stealing.
trying to figure out where he going with this. This East Side. You familiar with this person?
Let me see. Uh, Back in the day, we never rapped about smoking on the dead one. Everybody, oh no, sure ain't. But man, I guess I was talking to bro. I thought that was you, man. But I'm just saying, bro. Shit, ain't no back in the day, bro. The man said he'll fuck his bitch. Come on, man. His wife that he just had took marriage pictures with. You famo? I'm just saying. This shit been going on. It's just at a higher. It's more intensified. That shit getting intensified as the generations go on. That's
What
all. That's all.
does it get better at some point?
That's a good thing. Alternative, good question. I mean, alternative. I guess the alternative would be given the real time. And what I mean, real time is the people that's outside this door, outside that place right now where you at. Uh, More opportunities as far as the kids. We start with the kids. Get the kids. Where's the after? Ain't no more after school joints, bro. Ain't no more outside park. Ain't no really no park district. Really no more in the summer. You know, it's just really like ain't no. We gotta get some more programs and some more alternatives. Like what you just asked. Like we gotta get some more alternatives for the kids. And then it's gonna lead to the adults. I mean, to the preteens, teenagers. It's gonna lead to the young adults and the adults. We just need some alternatives for the people that's in real time.
So I want to try to understand it a little better. But what divides
Mm-hmm.
the different tribes there? Because
Mm-hmm.
in our section, it's always about blocks and streets and also sides of town that virtually divides things up. Is it that the same way in Chicago,
It's
or is it, or project units or something?
No, It's like shit. The projects got tore down a while ago. So everybody is in the midst of the jungle right now, and in quotations. But we go under the 5 point star, the 6 point star. So you either under the 5 point star or you're under the 6 point star. And
Uh,
9 times out of 10, because of the projects being gone, coming back full circle, because of the projects being gone and everybody being in the jungle, nigga, you might have a 5 point star on this said block, and 2 blocks over, it's a 6 point star, which is the disciple.
mm,
So you might have, which is 2 blocks. So it's like, how we gonna go to the store and the store in the middle? Where we gonna get blunts? Where we gonna get? Where we gonna get tissue? We gonna meet up there at some point. So that's
you
how that
familiar?
shit. That's how that
You
shit goes.
familiar with Crusher?
With who?
Crusher.
Uh-uh.
Okay.
Educate.
He's one of Larry Hoover's top guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
just general question.
That's before my That's before my
Yeah,
era. That's
yeah,
before
yeah,
my
yeah.
era.
Understandable, understandable.
Yes, sir.
So there's obviously there's so like myself, I try to run down the history for the youngers at least so they know it. So how good would it be if we had somebody from Chicago that did the same? You know what I mean? So the younger people at least
Yes,
understand
sir. Yes, sir.
that what they're
We got
doing. You know?
we got our gangs in Chicago are separated by stars, 5 point star, 6 point star. As simple as that. It ain't no, you know what I'm saying, high technology. As simple as that. And you either branded under the 5 or the 6.
Uh-huh.
And the folk, when you hear people say on folk corner hustle is under the 5. So it's
Uh-huh.
like, you know what I'm saying?
So what do they say when it's under the 6?
GD's in the dough.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's
Mm-hmm.
amazing, man.
Mm-hmm.
So we coming back to the music though, man. So how many songs have you written?
Oh man. I'll be modest saying 1,000. And I just put it like that. I'll be modest. I feel like if you don't do that shit every day, bro, it's like Pimp C said, it's one of my favorite rappers. Every day I try to stack my grip and make 3 songs every day.
Mm.
Every day. Every day. So every day I'm walking in with at least, and on a good day it might be 5.
Uh-huh. What's the
So
motivation?
shit, what we talked about in the beginning, them 2 years ago when I sat down, I went through the most tumultuous time ever as a human in my human so far in my human life. And I'm like, nope, you got to get back to what centers you, what make you happy, your therapy. That's
Uh-huh.
like therapy, music like therapy to me. So just the thought of saying I'm really finna put my 1,000,000,000% energy into this shit and see where it get me. Shoot for the star.
Man, that's cool, man. So when can we expect the project to drop?
Like I said, I'm finna drop Filthy Guap Cartel 3. That's a series I've been working on for the last 2 years. When me and Shep finally decided to say, all right, I dropped Filthy Guap Cartel 1. It's out on all streaming platforms. It's a few videos out for it. It's a nice series that I was crafting for those 2 years that I was writing most of that material, just getting it ready and prepping. So I made it to Filthy Guap Cartel 3.
So
That's going to
is that your team? Do you have a
uh,
team?
yeah, Filthy Guap Cartel is the name of my record label. I apologize, but Filthy Guap Cartel is the name of my mixtape series as well. But that's the name of my record label, Filthy Guap Cartel. Me and El Guapo Slim. Shout
There
out to
it is
Stan
there,
Sucker,
man. There it is
DB.
there, man. That is there, man. Well, I ain't gonna hold you too much because I got my voice is cracking and everything, and I don't
Yes,
want to
sir.
be straining too
Yes,
much.
sir.
But like I said, man, I had to follow up. I had to be true to
Man,
my
thank
word.
you, man.
You know,
Thank
man.
you, man.
I
Thank you, man.
appreciate you coming in.
Thank you, man.
Shout out to
Thank you,
everybody in
man.
the chat room. Shout out to you,
Shout
man.
out to the chat.
Until we get to do it again, man. Yes,
Yes, sir.
CD's the man, the phenomenon, the rap
East
phenomenon.
side
Rap
crazy,
is
man.
blessed. Let's
Eastside
go.
crazy, man. Filthy Guap Cartel. Make sure y'all go get them new singles, Vanilla Coat and that Honey Honey. Hey, man, we're going to have to promote that Honey Honey, man. It'll be out Friday. We're going to have
Okay,
to promote
let's
it.
do it. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Love.
bro.
Shout out to the
Appreciate
chat, man. Subscribe to my YouTube. Follow me everywhere. ESCDEEZ. ESCDEEZ.
There it
Shout
is
out
there.
to Half Flyer. Y'all know what it is.
Cool. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Mel. Blessings, G.
Blessing. Shout out to the mail room. Shout out to the mail room goons. We in here, y'all. So we had ESCDs up in here from Chicago, Chiraq, rap phenomenal out of Midwest. Uh Ton of energy. I think he's gonna do well for himself. Let's continue to pray for him and hopefully the blessings fall his way. As to back to my story, right? I know y'all was waiting for me to get back to that story, right? I didn't want to leave y'all hanging, right? So one day I'm at the house, right? Chilling. Me, my homie Sugar Bear, my homie BJ, and Big Mac. We all in the backyard, right? So somebody come to the front door. My pops come back say, "Hey, that big old boy at the front door looking for y'all." Like, big old boy, because nobody came to my house, knocks on the front door. Everybody knew to come around and come to the side. Come to the side, right? So I'm thinking, like, who could be at the front door? So we come out the back, go around, and sure enough, it's Tookie standing there. Tookie standing there, Gator, Gator, Wally Gator, and Monkey Man. They in the car. Wally Gator and Monkey Man got to be out of it. I don't know what they was on, what was going on with them two. They was out of it. So the car they was in, they was like in a bomb, right? And Tookie, it was like a 3-speed, like three in the column, right? Put it in second, jump off the clutch, boom, and it start, right? So he needed help pushing the car to get it started. So we got behind it, to boom, it showed up. It kicked, boom, and he went up, turned around, came back, told us thank you and everything. But that was like, I was like really shocked that he even knew where I lived. It was like, wow, I didn't know how much he paid attention to stuff. You know what I mean? This guy would come to the neighborhood every day, right? And we be hanging out on the corners doing what we do as youngins, and he would always come through and ask us, what's going on in the neighborhood, what's new, stuff like that, and we always respected that about Tookie. You know what I mean? I really didn't have a relationship with Raymond. I never really actually met Raymond. I just know about him. So I can't really speak to him, but I can speak to Tookie because I've been with Tookie. I acted with Tookie. I've been around with him. He actually DP'd me before. How about that? I got disciplined by Tookie, right? That's another funny story. But so in this instance, right, we're going up to what was it? Market Basket at the time. It was Market Basket, Tom McCain, Gallant Camp, Savons, Sears and Roebuck, Savons. I said Savons and Daniel Jewelry. This was all the little stores up there on Long Beach Boulevard, and it was Dave Homochrome and was that Pit Boys across the street. So what happened that day, Ronnie James, was good. We get into the snack bar, right? So we decide to go, grocery shopping. And we go grocery shopping at Market Basket. We go in there. We got Tookie with us. We ain't tripping. Matter of fact, where we had to go was over in the Pyru neighborhood, actually, because we crossed Long Beach Boulevard to get to Market Basket, which was up the street from a straight up shot. If you go up Golden, you can get to Market Basket. And matter of fact, Jimmy Butler, and Daryl Savage both lived on Golden. But I guess that day, I don't know where they was at, but we went up there and we went in there and we walked through Market Basket. We shop up all the groceries. So when we get to the register, and Tookie just looked at the cashier. The cashier just like throw his hand up like, "Hey, whatever you guys want to do, that's y'all food. Y'all can have it." Because, like, again, I'm telling you, Tookie stand up there. He's like super swole. He looking like Robbie Robinson or somebody with these overalls, one strap, the big comeback boots. So we stole on out the back, right? With all these hamburger meat, hot dogs and buns and mustard and ketchup and pickles and this sodas and everything. We had everything we needed for a good old picnic, a group picnic, so to speak. So we go out, right, and we go down to Savons, And we go to Savon. This had to be around about 1975 when the actual red rag came out. 74, 75, when they actually start wearing the red flags. So we going through, right? And there's a lady, her husband, and I'm assuming it was her husband, and they at the counter at Savon's. So when I see the red bandana, I go up to her and pull it off her head and throw it on the ground. Yeah, bad me. Very disrespectful. Very, very disrespectful me, right? Tookie comes over, grabbed me, told me to pick that up and give it back to that lady and apologize and told me don't never do that again. Of course, my little ego was crushed, right? But as I reflect back on the incident and thought about everything that transpired, he was 100% correct. I was all the way in the wrong. No need for me to do that. You know what I mean? But I was only acting upon on the circumstance and the situation based on who I was with, all the people I was with, and all the power we had. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes young and wild, sometimes power can drive us to our own demise. You know what I'm saying? If too much of it is in your grips or in your hand, and you feel to be that all powerful, mighty individual based on that circumstance, yeah, it can ruin everything. So yeah, so that was he didn't, you know what I mean? He didn't beat me up or nothing like that, but he definitely took me to task on it, you know what I mean? And told me I was wrong, you know what I mean? So I appreciated that about him, you know? Definitely appreciated that about him. So anybody got any questions as far as the Pick Me videos? And oh, we got Ghost coming soon. Ghost from Harbor City Crips. He got a very fascinating story too. It's gonna be really, really good. Okay, you definitely do, right? East Side, that's a fact. People say I don't have no regrets, but I definitely do. Pretty posh. What's up, girl? How you doing? Are you still in Vegas? Hmm. That's another one we got to get on here. We got to get her on here. She got a interesting career going, so we can get her on pretty soon. Yeah, Ghost gonna be awesome. Okay, yeah, until the morning. Right on, right on. Okay, I'll tap in with you soon. I'll tap in with you soon. So, any questions about the anything? I mean, Head Honcho, Better Dog Bruno, Pygmies, Bride Dog, Gangster and Twin. I know he's do some of y'all favorite. Yeah, I'm in the truck. Right on, Ronnie. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, my voice is not that strong today, so I'm, you know, not really on my game like I usually be, but I feel like a little off game. Feel a little off game. Yo, professor, gotta get this gym. Right on, man. Hit the gym, bro. Hit the gym. Gotta do what you gotta do. E Money, what's happening, man? I had saw Bam in there earlier. Well, I guess I'll be heading over to the nice truck. I'm an HVAC mechanic. Do you have any information? I'm about to get my CDL. Okay, okay, get the CDLs, bro. Work them legs. You know, black people don't like working them legs, Marlena. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hop over to Clubhouse and see what they got going. You know what I mean? But I'll definitely be back on for Wednesday, and we'll try to step it back up. Hopefully, my voice be a lot better, and I won't be straining so much. But I appreciate all you guys. Shout out to Marlene and Flash. Let's see. Shout out to everybody that joined us today. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Quebec was in the building. Right on, Quebec. Shout out to our guests today. Yeshua, man. I like when you Chicago cats come up here, man. Y'all was ready, Joey. You guys jumped right in, man. I appreciate it, man. I really do. I appreciate you guys so much. Everybody's amazing. So again, go. Somebody locked the door. We gone.